I take this opportunity to also, along with my parliamentary colleagues, offer my condolences, sympathies, thoughts and prayers to those that have been affected by the Canterbury earthquake. Sir, it has been debated often since the day of the earthquake, but if I could offer some short words on what has occurred in Canterbury. I spent some time in Canterbury during my youth when I did my professional legal studies there, and I saw firsthand during those times the resilience and the fortitude of the people of Canterbury. You see it in a number of areas. You see it on the sporting field. You see it in their businesses and in their schools when you visit the place. And I know that the people of Canterbury will be back from this natural disaster, and I wish them well. Sir, I'd like to take up some of the issues that the previous speaker, the Honourable Nanaia Mahuta, touched on in terms of what this government is doing about the economy and the plight of people across this country. Sir, I have been across my own electorate of Maunga-Kēkē, and I talk to business owners, I talk to residents, I talk to superannuitants, and it is tough. It's tough right across this country from an economic perspective. But what they do tell me is that they are pleased with the leadership of our Prime Minister, the Honourable John Key. They are pleased with the leadership of the National Party in bringing this country out of the recession. They are pleased with the policies that are inclusive, that are about promoting growth and opportunities in New Zealand. And they are pleased about the upcoming tax cuts on the 1st of October. Sir, the last speaker said that the tax cuts do not affect the poor. Well, I want to just correct that speaker by saying that 73% of earners will face a top tax rate of 17.5%. Let me repeat that for her benefit. 73% of earners will face a top statutory income tax rate of 17.5% or less. Sir, that is about distributing the benefits of tax cuts across the board. Sir, I spoke at the Small Business Conference in my electorate of Maunga-Kēkē in Mount Wellington. And what small business owners, who are the lifeblood, who are the heartbeat of this country, over 95% of companies in this country are small to medium enterprises. And what they said to myself and David Clendon, the Green MP who was there with me, what they said was they don't want more compliance, they don't want more taxes, they don't want more regulations that hinder their ability to transact, that hinder their ability to export goods overseas. Because, sir, what is critical to our future and the future of our children is that we have an economy that pays for itself, that we have an economy in which exports and the export sector is growing. Because under the last government, sir, for 5 consecutive years under the last government, exports contracted and decreased. That's right, Mr Gilmore, under the last government. You could do one thing right. And I have no issue, sir, with expanding some of the social services in this country. But it must be paid for by an export sector that contributes to the growth of this country. And the last speaker, sir, also mentioned electricity prices. But under the last government, and as the spokesperson for energy, that member will know that under the last government, 72% increase in electricity prices over 9 years. 72%. And inflation only went up 24%, sir. So, as you can see, sir, we are a government that is taking action on many of the problems of today.